So the long lines continue at some of the nation's biggest airports. Take a look at what it looks like in Houston. Wow. People are waiting in these lines for hours. Lines like this are also happening at JFK and Atlanta.
Ooh, Houston can have that. Well, now there are talks, though, from transportation officials about potential shutdowns at some of our nation's smaller airports. That's where Connecticut comes into play. NBC Connecticut's Kevin Geist joining us live outside Tweed New Haven Airport. Kevin, what's the situation there?
And Mike, as you can probably hear, a plane's taking off right next to me. According to airport officials here, they have no expectation that Tweed New Haven will be shutting down, at least in the near future. We even watched as multiple planes had people go through TSA without really any issues this afternoon. And they credit the work of TSA agents who are continuing to work despite not getting paid.
It only took about 10 minutes and the line was moving and it went real fast.
Mona Oso saw the issues nationwide, arrived early to fly from Fort Myers to New Haven, only to find no wait through TSA.
I went there an hour extra, which was 3 hours ahead for nothing.
But travel woes do grow at some airports across the country, some waits extending hours.
Situations vary, not only from state to state, but from airport to airport.
You're going to see small airports, I believe, shut down. You're going to see extensive lines.
These comments from the Secretary of Transportation creating concern for the traveling public. Tweed New Haven Airport is classified small federally, but airport officials say they're okay.
We are not concerned about shutting down, and that is, again, because of the TSA team that we have here that just show up every day.
Tweed noting TSA agents here are still coming in despite a lapse in paychecks dating back to mid-February.
And that is explicitly because of the culture, the dedication, and the professionalism of the TSA team, both here at HVN, but also with Connecticut TSA, so across the state.
The airport has adjusted, adding more airport staff in places where they can, allowing TSA to focus on things like security screening. They're also collecting grocery store and gas gift card donations for agents in the terminal and have partnered with CT Food Share to take donations.
We're incredibly grateful to them, and without them, certainly this wouldn't be possible.
And while the lapse in funding lingers, those navigating airport halls nationwide say this is a classic case of prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Be kind and, just realize it's not going to go as planned probably. So adjust your expectations is what I would say.
And we also checked in with Bradley International Airport. They say operations also continue as normal. And those same travel experts also really just recommend if you have anywhere to travel, especially if you're leaving Connecticut and then returning to Connecticut, make sure you're downloading airport apps as well as TSA apps so you have an idea about how wait times look at some of those other airports you may not be as familiar with. And we also talked to one traveler who say the least you can do once you arrive to those TSA agents is thank them. We're live in New Haven. Kevin Geist, NBC Connecticut News. Guys, back to you.